Hello. We often define the immigrant experience as a continuous cycle of packing and unpacking. When we first arrived in a strange land, we measured the weight of our entire lives compressed into a few suitcases. Even after settling, we are constantly deciding what to discard and what to keep. The hardest things to let go of are the physical memories tucked away, the moldy photo albums, and the letters yellowed with age. These items hold a tangible memory that no digital scan can truly replicate. Today, we're talking about why this clutter is actually historical material that our society must protect at all costs. Over the past few decades, the first generation was defined by the absence of records. We were too busy focusing on making a living, educating our children, and establishing a home. The metric for a successful immigrant was often just a nice car, a decent house, or children attending prestigious schools. In that intense struggle, the documents containing our sweat, tears, frustration, and moments of failure were overshadowed by the myth of success and frequently ended up in the trash. But history isn't just the grand narratives left by the powerful. From the perspective of microhistory, a grease-stained menu from a Bloor Street Koreatown restaurant in the 1970s is more vivid immigrant history than any government document. A pay stub from an early miner, a tear-stained airmail letter from a nurse mother, or notes scribbled on the back of a ramen packet by a student. These are not just nostalgic items. They are anthropological evidence proving how we survived and maintained our identity in a challenging foreign land. The critical issue is that now is the prime time. The first generation, the old-timers, are inevitably passing away. The precious materials they've kept their entire lives risk being discarded en masse during the sorting of their belongings. For second and third generation immigrants who might not speak Korean, a parent's diary or old photo album can look like nothing more than paper waste covered in unintelligible script. If these are thrown away, it would be a cultural disaster for the entire community. We must feel a sense of urgency when we see how persistently other communities, like Japanese or Jewish Canadians, collect their history to build educational museums. They exist because they record, and we risk disappearing because we forget. Building a physical brick-and-mortar museum requires massive budgets and ongoing maintenance, and often risks becoming a white elephant. Therefore, a Korean-Canadian cyber museum is the realistic and immediate solution. A cyber museum is a futuristic open model, accessible anytime, anywhere to anyone. It uses digital archiving technology to link scattered individual memories, creating a foundation of searchable, shareable collective intelligence without the constraints of time or space. It allows infinite storage and preservation, regardless of the physical lifespan of the original artifacts. To make this happen, we need a pan-community material donation campaign. We don't need grand treasures. We need everything that shows the lifestyle of that time. Photos of a 1980s picnic, early Korean language school textbooks, old church bulletins, or even a catalog from a closed video rental store. We need to open the closet doors of every home. Community media and academic experts must support this campaign with sincerity and storytelling. Most importantly, we must personally take the time to check our closets. Face the younger version of yourself in those faded photos. Write down the date, the place, and the feelings you had at the time on the back of the picture. That small effort turns a trivial memory into the massive stream of our immigrant history. Let us not leave our history in the hands of others. We must record and preserve it ourselves. That is the way to maintain the dignity of our community and the greatest legacy we can pass on to our children. We must remember this fundamental truth. Only those who record possess history. For more insight on this topic, please view the full article on our website.